because of the arrangement of the Diksha Guru, all this mercy is coming towards us, that we should understand that. This is arranged, approved and directed by our Parama Puja Diksha Gurus. Mahan Siksha Gurus are there in our parampara, but our Diksha Gurus are the one to open the mercy doors for us. So that offering all our pranams to them for accepting us and giving us sambandha in this parampara and sending all this mercy to us. Kripa Bindu
Gurudev Kripa Bindu diya Koro idase Trinapekhatihina.
Gurudev Kripa Bindu diya Koro idase Trinapekhatihina.
Gurudev Kripa Bindu diya Koro idase Trinapekhatihina.
Sakala sahane baladiya koro nijamane sprahina.
Sakala sahane baladiya koro nijamane sprahina.
Sakala sahane baladiya koro nijamane sprahina.
Sakala sahane baladiya koro nijamane sprahina. Sammana kori toshakati देहोनाथ जथा जथा तो गाइबो हरिनाम सुखे अपराधा बेहाता.
Tivrena Bhakti Yogina bears this fruit of Trinadapi, dependence on Guru and Krishna. Very loving and assuring dependence on Guru and Krishna. Krishna Nama. The Nam Prabhu will reveal himself to Rupa Prabhu. Krishna Nama will reveal himself as Krishna Rupa. No difference. So today's yatra, Shri Gambira Yatra. It's a very prayerful yatra. Shri Gambira is about Sri Sikshatakm, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there's Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's signature throughout the Sri Sikshatakm. And that's why Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura, he said, Acharya said, all the essence of the Shastra, all the Tattva in the Shastra, and all the Rasa in the heart of Goswamis is here in the Sri Sikshatakm. So, Shastra is about Tattva. And when that Tattva is realized by the pure souls, then there is mellow that is generated. That is Rasa. So, there is the Tattva and mellows are present in all the Acharya bhajans. All the Acharya bhajans, the Tattva is present, mellow is present. But here is the combination where Gaurachandra, all the Tattva that is present in all the Acharya bhajans, all the mellow that is present in the Acharya bhajans, the fountainhead is this Sri Sikshatakm. Sri Sikshatakm. That's why Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura, he stated that Sri Sikshatakm is not only to be sung, but is to be understood. Not only to be understood, but is to be lived. Lived meaning living it throughout the day, all the time. So that is the Acharya Vani. That Sri Sikshatakam is to be lived. Whoa, that was a whoa. This is from Sri Samodana Bhashya that we are going to read today. We are going to hear from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. This Sri Samodana Bhashya is exclusively on Sri Sikshatakam. Mercy pouring down, especially this Sri Samodana Bhashya. Both the Acharyas, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote it, and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta gave commentary for what Srila Bhaktivinoda wrote. Oh my goodness. I still remember. That was the first Kartik during COVID time. Maximum challenges in the life in different directions. But what Sri Samodana Bhashya was giving, what these Acharyas were giving through this Sri Samodana Bhashya and Sri Sikshatakam, I was thinking in my mind, if this is what I need to trade with, all these challenges that are there, especially during that time, if this is the trade that I receive this, I will go for this. Esa. So that was actually Kartika Prasad, Sri Samodana Bhashya. And from then, everything about the Harinama springed from that time. The wholesome Japana, Niraparada Nama, that and the seminar on the Japa, a presentation, everything is from that. So, वो है Sri Samodana Bhashya. That's where Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that Sri Sikshatakam has to be lived. I was thinking, actually, I have to honestly say, there was nothing that I was thinking there, because it was just beyond me, totally beyond me. मेरी comprehension, मेरी reception, मेरी thought process, मेरी इतना small bowl है, begging bowl भी. Everything about me was just of फेंको. So what do I say? When Acharya said that Sri Sikshatakam is to be lived, that actually opened up an understanding or whatever word we want to put there. Also, this is what Acharyas are. Acharyas were living. Bhakti mane sunna hai, karna hai. You hear bhakti, you do your best bhakti, you speak bhakti. Yes, that was the understanding. लेकिन वो नहीं that is only a little bit touching the surface of the ocean. There is a lot of kachra there. Just that your hands may get wet, that's all. But there's a lot of kachra there on the surface. But bhakti means yeah. So this is what Acharya's life and living is about. Ki they were living Sri Sikshatakm. Living Sri Sikshatakm is also, it's just a deep ocean actually. Starting from Chetodarpanam Arjunam Vahase. Each one is different depths in the ocean. The first verse hai na, Chetodarpanam Arjunam. That verse is like, okay, this is the ocean of Sri Sikshatakam. In the introductory verse hai. The first verse. This is the Mahatmya of Sri Sikshatakam. Oh hai. The first verse. Naam Mahatmya. And to note, the whole Sri Sikshatakam is about Nama. Nama and Nama and Nama. We have to remember this because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he gave us is Nama Sankirtana, movement of Nama Sankirtana. Golokera Prema then Harinam Sankirtana, Nama, Nama, Nama. That we have to remember, dear devotees. To the core team, I am urging you to this point because Sankirtan Mane, it can be drawn, the meaning can be extended. Sankirtan means getting together and glorifying. These meanings are not wrong. Getting together, devotees getting together and glorifying. It can happen in different settings. When devotees are getting together, just glorifying together. When devotees are getting together, doing the seva together. By the way, any seva, even the Vigraha seva, has to be accompanied by Nama in this Kali Yuga. Before the seva, during the seva, after the seva, has to be accompanied by Nama. If there is no Nama, there is mind there. That's the Kali Yuga thing. If there is no Nama there is mind with Bhakti Abhasa. Aisa. So Naam ka Kalikala Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. Naam ka Mahatmya ye hai. So when we hear Sankirtan is okay, devotees getting together, glorifying Bhagavan. Yeah, this is so good. Bhakti Mahatmya, Bhagavad Mahatmya, wonderful. That's not wrong. That is also Sankirtan. Getting together, doing some seva together. Seva to be accompanied by Nama. Otherwise, we know mind is there. If there is no Nama, there is mind. If there is mind, then that is Bhakti Abhasa. Bhakti Aparadha or Bhakti Abhasa. Doesn't take too long for us to just automatically sink into Bhakti Aparadha and Abhasa. It just lingers there. इसीलिए सेवा, कोई भी सेवा, no problem. Any seva. When we are hearing that even Vigraha seva is to be accompanied by Nama, where Sakshat Shri Vigraha is present, what to speak of any other sevas, peripheral sevas, have to be accompanied by Nama. For those who wants that the seva be purified one, not the seva aparadha, seva vasa. When somebody is particular that their seva has to be offered in a purified one, purified medium is the Nama. Yes. So it's not the matter of which seva, what seva, any seva. Purifying medium is the Nama. Otherwise, at the best it will abhasa ban jata hai. And by default, aparadh ban jata hai. So Naam ka mahatmya ye hai. Whatever the seva may be. So that we should understand. So when the devotees are getting together to do seva, there has to be Nama. So that is there. And So Sankirtan is devotees getting together. Japa Seva is just a personal individual Seva to the holy name Pakka. There you cannot, that is direct Seva. Even the Shri Vigraha Seva cannot be done in a purer way without that purity that gets accumulated with the Japa Seva. Otherwise, how are we seeing the deities there? Shri Vigraha. So it's through the Nama that the heart gets purified, so Shri Vigraha can be honored and served accordingly. Not so much vice versa. Before that, Shri Vigraha Seva is to at least get to the mode of goodness, because you have to wake up early in the morning, you have to shower, a cleanliness chahiye, punctuality chahiye. This cleanliness and punctuality is in the mode of goodness. To establish that in the beginning, Shri Vigraha Seva. But that by itself doesn't give you bhakti. It just establishes you in the mode of goodness. But Shri Vigraha ko kaise? It's just the Shri Murti is actually looking at us, witnessing us. So, ASAP, goodness is good, but purity of the heart is needed. That is through Nama, Pavanam Pavanebhyo. So when that purity is there in the heart through Nama, then the Shri Vigraha Seva will become more of a reciprocation then. Not just to be in the goodness, but reciprocation ban jata hai. Tab it becomes very sweet and unconditional bhi ban jata hai. But that happens through the Nama, because the heart has to be purified and unconditional. Beyond bhakti, maybe there can be so many divisions, subtle divisions. Our mind is prone for duality. So even bhakti, maybe even after first initiation, even after second initiation, even after Nam Bhajan, even after Vigraha Seva, there can be so many divisions that can come in the thoughts like that. वो सब purified होना चाहिए. So like that. So in this way, Sankirtan means it can be drawn, meanings can be extended to many. When the devotees come together and do a service, that is Sankirtan. When you are distributing prasadam, because you are distributing the mercy of Krishna, we hear that is Sankirtan. When we are distributing the books, because the Shabda Brahmana of Srila Prabhupada is there, we hear that is Sankirtan. They are not wrong. They are not wrong, because Krishna's mercy is going somehow as the devotees are getting together. They are not wrong. But we have to understand that we cannot get stuck there, because what is the whole Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is about? What did Gaurachandra do with all his associates? Uchchaishwara Nama Sankirtan. The potency of that is unparalleled. Krishna's mercy can go in so many ways, but the potency of that if we do not recognize that point, it means I did not give due, I did not place the Nam Prabhu on the throne as the whole sole proprietor in this Kali Yuga, the rescuer in Kali Yuga. If I do not place Nam Prabhu like that, where he actually belongs, Nam Ruchi nahi aayega, will not come. Kyunki bhakti is very wonderful. In so many ways, the mercy, we will receive the mercy. Mercy is being distributed. This is awesome. And this can go on with a lot of goodness also. Bhakti Abhasa is very powerful. Bhakti mode of goodness is really powerful. Bhakti first of all is not ordinary. Bhagavad Shakti hai. And if that is going on a mode of goodness, it's very powerful. That doesn't necessarily mean that one has Namaruchi. bhakti and goodness can go on with the bhakti shakti itself. The bhakti is performed in that goodness. With the acharya nishtha also bhakti can go on in the mode of goodness. Can be powerful. For years and years it can sustain us. Just with the acharya nishtha. Like, this is Srila Prabhupada's. I want to serve Srila Prabhupada. My life is for Srila Prabhupada. That's acharya nishtha. Just that can keep the bhakti in a mode of goodness. Just that. That's the power of acharya nishtha. That's the testing of the time. One needs tattva. क्योंकि आचार्य निष्ठा है. But what is the understanding that we have about the acharya, about the bhakti? It cannot be just an institutional understanding. It cannot just be an emotional attachment only to the acharya. To get that grounded, we need to understand bhakti and acharya in tattva. Then when there are bound to be in any institution and in any personal journey, bhakti journey, and in institution, what to speak of institution, constantly the ground will shake, especially in an institution. Generally in the sangha, we don't bring a bit of it. But if you happen to go out and see, there is a turmoil out there in the institution, in ISKCON. Shaky, very shaky turmoil that goes on a long institution means there will be turmoils, but sometimes the turmoil is even more bigger as to really shake up the institution to cause a split like that. ये सब होता है. Our bhakti cannot be dependent on that. Our bhakti is dependent only on tattva. Institutions may shake. Even the personal bhakti journeys, it may shake. It may shake, it will shake, because it's the place of shaking all the time. Asashvatam hai na. What is it that can keep us unshakable? It's the tattva, eternal principle. So unless my understanding of bhakti is based on that, it is very easy to get shaken. So acharya nishtha is wonderful, but acharya nishtha should be based on the tattva. Otherwise, 5 devotees can come together and say, yes, Srila Prabhupada, we want to give our life to Srila Prabhupada. But what is it that Srila Prabhupada is giving us? How can we live it so that can be overflown? ऐसे देखना है. नहीं तो with the words, just with the words, we can get stuck. Words are not very complete in expressing. So, in the name of Acharya Nishtha also, there can be splits happening. That's the whole point. In the name of Acharya Nishtha, there are splits happening even at the level of the sannyasis. What to speak of the regular devotees who are practicing. So ये सब होता है. We don't have to be bewildered by all this. Institution is gone. This is like a container. But the whole purpose of coming into this container is for the gift box. Gift inside the gift box. So gift box can go through the turmoil. The wrapper can, like gift wrapping, the ribbon, that can go wear and tear ho jayega. But our focus, our prayer is for the gift inside. That is Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's Prema Nama, Krishna Prema. Through and through, our focus is this. In the understanding and in the practice, both acharme or pracharme, is all about Gauranga Mahaprabhu's movement of love of Godhead. That's what Srila Prabhupada is giving us. So, like that, understanding Tattva, then we are safe. So, yeah, Nama Mahatmya. So, Bhakti, when understood in Tattva, it is inevitable that one would want to understand Nama in Tattva. This is beyond goodness. When Nama is understood in Tattva, then we will know why holy name is everything. Unless Nama is understood in Tattva, there will be no Nama Ruchi. Nama will go on because everybody is chanting around. Nama will go on because there are seminars going around. But is the Nama going on as your life breath? Oh hai Nam Ruchi. Atayeva Nama Matra Vaishnavera Dharma. Is that happening? As your very Dharma? That will not happen without Ruchi. And without knowing the glory of the Nama, the reality of the Nama, where will the Ruchi be? Then Atayeva Nama Matra Vaishnavera Dharma. How will that happen? And without that happening, how will I live Sri Sikshatakm? Oh, hey. So all this is to understand that Sankirtan means there can be many meanings drawn from Sankirtan which are not wrong. But the Sankirtana that Gauranga Mahaprabhu brought for us is Prema Nama Sankirtana. Dear devotees, I beg you, this not to be compromised. If there is any dilution, little bit of dilution happening there, the Prema Nama stands on its own. Everything else happens from it. All other Sankirtans, they happen as effortlessly from that Prema Nama. It's not the other way. Nothing else gives the Prema than the Prema Nama. All other sevas are very wonderful, but they don't give the Prema Nama. Prema Nama gives everything, gives the strength to do any other Sankirtan, if there is any extension of definition. Yes, sir. That we should understand. If we don't understand, what will happen? Our Nama will remain as Nama Bhasa, but Prema Nama will not. Nama Bhasa is not ordinary. Liberation mil jayega. We will not be affected by the modes. Even with the Nama Bhasa, we will not be affected by the modes. Aise sadhakas hai. We are in the mortal frame, but Nama Bhasa ko itna shakti hai. You know there are upheavals happening in life. You know the body is going through whatever it is going through. Oh, pata hai. We are aware of it, but they don't come touch us. Itna powerful hai Nama Bhasa. That's what liberation means. One can become, the start of Jivan Mukta happens with Nama Bhasa. Itna powerful hai Nama Bhasa. So in other words, one can be chanting Hare Krishna and sincerely doing bhakti. Just with the Nama Bhasa itself, they can be rooted in bhakti for lifetime. Doesn't mean that they have this Prema Nama. Unless they know that the Prema is in the Nama brought by Gauranga when the Nama is done in light of Sri Sikshatakm. Wo hai baat. Otherwise, what's happening is we are excluding Sri Sikshatakm from our bhakti, from our very understanding of bhakti that is given by Gaura. So that is about Sri Sikshatakm. How it is all about the Nama, Prema Nama. That is why Srila Bhaktisiddhanta said, you should live Sri Sikshatakm. So that is the place of Sri Sikshatakm. That is the place of Sri Prema Nama that is brought by Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Rajase sakalo pari trini kritya jagat sarvam. Rajase sakalo pari. That is Harinama for Kevala Nama. Trini kritya jagat sarvam rajase sakalo pari. Everything in this existence is just like a blade of grass in front of you. Rajase sakalo pari. Shri Harinam Prabhu, you are like an emperor, and everything is just mere a blade of grass in front of you. That is including the bhakti. This is Kevala Nama, not even Prema Nama. Kevala Nama is Nama Bhasa that can give liberation. If that is the throne that is given as an emperor in this creation for Kevala Nama, what to speak of Prema Nama? The Prema Nama is glorified by Sri Rupa Goswami. So that is about Sri Sikshatakam. Sri Sikshatakam is about Prema Nama of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Period. Not even Kevala Nama, not even just Harinama. So that's Sri Sikshatakam. That's the glory of Sri Sikshatakam. That is general. We heard about the general glory of Sri Sikshatakam in the light of the Acharya Vani. What Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura said. Now, the glory of Sri Sikshatakam, in the words of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, is coming out. The glory of Sri Sikshatakam, the glory of the Prema Nama brought by Gauranga Mahaprabhu, is coming out in the words of Gaurachandra himself in the first verse of Sri Sikshatakam. Can we recite them together? Cheto darpanamarjanam bhavamahadavadi nirvapanam Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadhu Jeevanam Anandam Budivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatmasnapanam Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. You know Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakura, he has explained the potency, the Nam Mahatmya, the first verse of Sri Sikshatakam in Nam Mahatmya. Remember the other day we sang the bhajan of Srila Bhakti Vinoda, where Krishna Nama Dhare Kotaba. What is your potency, Krishna Nama? I am being fried up here. My heart is like a dry desert land cracked. And here you are coming. Karna Randra Patadiya, Hride Maja Praveshya. You have entered into my ear hole and entered into my heart, in the courtyard of my heart. And there you are showering the nectar. Asa? And then after that he explained how the Harinama is we heard that is the stage of Ruchi. By that time, in the first verse itself, Bhaktivinoda Thakura has brought us from the another Nivritti to Ruchi, Hridaya Maja Praveshya, and then the nectar is being distributed. After that, we heard Srila Bhaktivinoda describing how the Siddha Deha is developing, how the Harinama is dismantling the subtle body. As it is giving the Siddha Deha within, Harinama is dismantling the subtle body. And then Srila Bhaktivinoda says, I don't know what else to say. I am unable to describe the Mahatmya of Nama anymore. This Harinama is giving me Siddha Deha and I am entering into Vraja. Harinama is taking me to Vraja in Siddha Deha. I am unable to describe anymore. And and there is pralaya happening within me. Pralaya is devastation. Devastation is when Siddha Deha is blossoming like that in asakti and bhava. There is devastation of the subtle body. And there is no awareness that this physical body is existing, because that subtle body is devastated. There are no modes operating in that state. Aisa. So, and then Pulakita Hoya, and then my voice is choking. I am unable to, my hands are trembling, my feet are trembling. I am unable to stay still. I don't know what is happening. I am unable to describe anymore. ऐसा होता है. This is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura. He was explaining what happens. The first verse of Sri Sikshatakm was described by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura in those words. Starting from, my heart is like a hot desert land with a crack. That is all because of the dirt on the mirror. I and my dirt. We are not talking about positive, negative here. When it comes to Nama, to Bhagavan, it's all about Bhagavan. If it is not about Bhagavan, that's the dirt in the thought. If it is not about Bhagavan, there is already dirt in the thought. Each thought is with the dirt when there is no Bhagavan in the thought. What to speak of the streams of the thought? So, Chetudarpana Marchana is getting free of the dirt. वो डर्ट होता तो यहाँ से होते, सब डर्ट यहाँ शुरू होता है. Any thought that is not about Bhagavan, where Bhagavan is not there, is dirt, mere piece of dirt, good dirt or bad dirt. This thought without Bhagavan causes the heart like a hot desert land with cracks. No good or bad label there. Anything with no Bhagavan is going to cause those heart. Is going to cause the heart like a hot desert land there. Aisa. So that is the first verse of Sri Sikshatakm as explained by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura in the Namhatmya. So what we will do now is we will have the time for japa, 1 hour japa time, because rest of the time we will not get it and it will be a little later by the time we come back. इसलिए 1 hour japa time है. In light, not copy paste. It's not like okay, I'll go sing 2-3 hours of I will go sing the I will do the Sankirtana and come. वो नहीं हो रहा है यहाँ पे. It's a Sankirtan that is overflowing. After the Guru and Gauranga is soaking us in the mercy here, वो हो रहा है. So each county में we will hear about the verses and whatever Sankirtan happens here in this incubation chamber, merciful incubation chamber of Guru Gauranga, whatever Sankirtan happens here within us, that will just overflow in that county. That's what the Panchatattva is doing. So that's what this county Sankirtan is about. We didn't know what was happening to us. We didn't know where. Incomprehensible. We didn't know what the mercy was taking us to, what the mercy was doing on us, inside us. We didn't know that. So yeah, the personal Sankirtan is with the mercy of Guru and Gauranga, the personal Sankirtan is happening here in the van. So hum log, we will honor the japa, yogyata for what is happening on us now. Tomara karuna sara, karuna na hoile, khandiya khandiya prana. This is the mercy, Sri Guru and Gauranga. This is the mercy that I am dependent on. Very kindly, soak me in this mercy all the time, please. Karuna na hoile, khandiya khandiya, prana na rakhi bhumara.
Karuna na hoile, khandiya khandiya, prana na rakhi bhumara.
This is Laulyam. Karuna na hoile, khandiya khandiya. I cannot live without you soaking me in mercy, Shri Guru and Gauranga. I cannot live for a moment. This is Laulyam. Laulyam is nothing about mental imagination, speculation, head getting heated up, fumes coming out, unusual behavior. Kuch bhi nahi hai. This is Laulyam. Depending on the mercy of Guru and Gauranga. So much dependent on you. I cannot even breathe for a moment without being soaked in this mercy. That's Laulyam. That's a package deal. सब वहाँ पे है. एक droplet of Laulyam, a drop of Laulyam, drops of Laulyam, stream of Laulyam places us in Ruchi. तो क्या हुआ अनर्थ निवृत्ति को क्या हुआ? I thought I had to do this, that, and I thought I have to really work hard to get to the stage of nishtha. Even if I like it or not, whatever happens, I thought I have to do this, do that. एक ही है. करुणा न होइले, खंडिया खंडिया, प्राणा न रखी बुहारा.
करुणा ना होइले, खंडिया खंडिया, प्राणा ना राखी बुहारा.
How much of that do we have? How long do we have that one? How many times in a day do we have that? How unconditional is that mood? In the sukha or dukkha of this body or of this life. So how much of that is there within us? That much of Laulyam we have in us. When that is droplet put together, drop ho rahe, drop every moment. Stream ho rahe, stream. This stream takes us to Ruchi. When the stream is like a flood, unstoppable flood, that will take us to Asakti Bhava. Bas hui. Hare Krishna, Hare. He dances on the streets with all the devotees and also with everybody, the passers-by, everybody get to hear. There is a spill of Prema Nama, a flood that is there on the streets of Sankirtana. But Gaurachandra, he really relishes in Gambhira. And there is no other place like Gambhira in this whole existence. Oh, Vipralamba Kshetra, na? The innermost chamber of Vrindavana hai wo. The Gambhira. Shri Gambhira. You all are not ordinary. What have you done to come to this? So Harivan Prabhu was, that question. At least we'll know what the question is, Prabhu. What was the question you were talking?
Talk more about the Siddha Deha, please.
Okay, this will take us to this how holy name can give us Siddhadeha. Because that is the conduit. That's how. Otherwise, it's not mental. It's not mental, it's not intellectual. Then how? What is the medium? What is the conduit? The Nama. From Anartha Nivritti till there, Siddhadeha Asakti Bhava is Nama. So then we have to hear how the Nama takes us from, like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur sang in his bhajan, how it destroys the mortal frame, the subtle body, while it is giving Siddhadeha inside. We will hear that also, Prabhu. Yeah. Aja, maybe, yeah, I think during, as we cover Sri Sikshatakm, as we honor each one of that, I think that will come. This will come between Trinadapi Sunichena and Nadanam Najanam Nasundari. Oh, yeah. So far we heard about the Nama Mahatmya, the first verse, Sri Sikshatakm. Kuch hai? Anything that you want to say in regards to that? Any questions like that? Yeah.
So questions sunte ava, answers we will once we are done with the conversation.
So the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Mataji, it's, what I'm understanding, it's Keval Nama, and when Nama is chanted in the mood of Sri Sikshatakam, it becomes Prema Nama.
Sambandha, yeah. In the Sri Sikshatakam is
Already in the Sri Sikshatakam, Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana is there. Hai usme. As we hear Sri Sikshatakam, you will see that Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojana. The first one is Sambandha. Trinadapi Sunichena is the Abhideya, and the rest of that will be the Prayojana. Aisa aata hai. So Sri Sikshatakam mein Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana is there. When the Nama is chanted with the understanding of Tattva, the Sambandha Jnana, Abhideya Jnana and Prayojana Jnana. Having this understanding while we are doing the Nama. I mean, we hear about that now, but when we are doing the Nama, automatically the Nama will go in that way. Wo hai Prema Nama. Yeah. So that bhajan that is done in light of the understanding of what we heard, the Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana Tattva, that will be the Prema Nama. ठीक है? Yes. Yeah. तो अगर कुछ है तो भी please pile them up and we will address them after this County Sankirtana will start now. Huh? ठीक है? Yeah.
Not so much a question, but I think, Mataji, just feeling very grateful that, like you said, we are getting to be in this incubation chamber, and then we, after that, the holy name goes and spills out. When we, even for me, when I started, I didn't understand any of this, but slowly, this thing is evolving, right? And this mercy has been given, and the fact that we get to stay with the holy name and soak this mercy for so long every weekend in the association of devotees and this service, and I'm just feeling very grateful, Mataji.
You know that very well. Yes. Each trip is a special push for you. Yeah. So, yeah, in the Acharya Upasana is happening here in the Sankirtana, with the devotees, and then that's how we are taking the Harinam Ashraya. Namah